Hey guys, I guess this is the sort of content you get when there is literally nothing to do. I am joined by Toonrami.
What's up?
And I literally made a Twitter post and I asked people, what do you want me to talk about? Because there's nothing to do in the game. So we're going to have to resort to doing stuff outside of the game. So I figured, we're only, 4 months away from the anniversary on JP? It's not that far away. I figured it would be kind of a good idea at this point to sort of map out what banners we have left to get for the anniversary. And also talk about what we think the anniversary might end up being. Now, before we get into actually looking at the banners themselves, there was one thing I did want to mention real fast, and that was last year at this point in time, during the download celebration, the Gohan vs. Cell download celebration, I believe that was when the figure information leaked for the first time. And we got information that Gogeta was going to be one of the two featured units for the Dokkan Fest, Dual Dokkan Fest for the anniversary. And
I do remember being annoyed by that. I do remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the first piece of information that we got confirming that he was going to be part of it. So up until now, we're recording this video on September 11th. We have not received any information regarding any sort of figures or anything like that. So I think they might be trying to be more, I guess, aware that people knew about that last time in advance. So they're trying to make it seem more, I guess, mysterious for now. But
for now, I mean, we just came off the whole Dokkan Now debacle, where they tried to be discreet about what's coming up, and then before the thing even happened, everyone knew what was happening with the units. So
yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. All right, so I am going to basically trace the history of the banners that we had last year, starting at the download celebration, and we're going to go through what banners we received up until the anniversary last year. So this is the download celebration, right? We have the Dual Dokkan Fest, and we have the LR banner in part 2, which we should be getting here in 2 or 3 days from now, so it's very, very close. And then we go up here, and the first Dokkan Fest we got is featured Gohan, right? So that's 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to count how many Dokkan Fests we are going to get until the anniversary. So we're having Gohan here, that's 1. Then we have a filler banner with a bunch of filler banners. We have Cooler, that's 2. Then we have a legendary banner. That's I think that's the first LR banner after the download celebration. Yeah, it is. That's bringing a new unit. Then we have the Heroes collab, which they might do again. They're definitely doing it again.
Well, I mean, yeah, Heroes is on their 10th year, right? So they're definitely going to do something with that for sure.
Yeah. And then this guy's 3, Android 13, which ended in mid-December. Then we have the Christmas banner, which is double raids featured summonable LR, and then we have the Dual Dokkan Fest for Christmas or New Year's, and then that's it. This is the last sort of new big banner that comes out prior to the anniversary, and then here we go. Here's the anniversary. So we really only have 3 Dokkan Fests and then 1 Dual Dokkan Fest for New Year's. So it's really not that much content that is going to be releasing over the course of the next 4-ish months here. But I guess we'll start with just, what do you think the anniversary is going to be centered around in terms of the theme? I'm seeing a GT theme celebration because it's been literally, I believe the last GT thing we even got was the 4-year. So it's been a long time. Right?
It actually dates back to a video that we did, or actually I think it was a stream a while back, where I was convinced that the 350 was going to be Majin Buu Saga, and then I think you or Nolar or a couple people convinced me that the Shadow Dragon Saga was actually going to be the one, because
I never said. I always said Majin Buu Saga.
Okay, so then it was Nolar, and you can understand people think you guys sound the same. So because of that, I was actually convinced. You know what? Maybe we will have the GT theme for the 350 million. But it ended up not being true. So now there's just no other way to go but in that direction, because we've now concluded essentially the Dragon Ball Z series, the Majin Buu Saga. That's it. And now there's nowhere else to go but in the GT direction. So why not go for the Shadow Dragon Saga and just kind of navigate through the course of GT, ultimately leading to, the end phase, which is Gogeta and Omega. So yeah, I'm on board with that too.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say about Gogeta and Omega being the anniversary is if you take a look at the history of like what units we've gotten for the anniversary, they've only released one villain, which I think was Janemba during year 1. Is that right? I think it's right. I don't think they've ever.
I wasn't around for that, so I'll just take your word for it.
Well, because it was Gogeta Janemba year 1. Year 2 was the Super Saiyan 4s. Year 3 was Gogeta and Vegito. Year 4 was the Super Saiyan 4s again. And then year 5 was Gogeta and Vegito again. So they've only released one villain.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you're right.
So the track record for extreme units in the anniversary is very poor. It's 1 out of 10. So I don't like. I think like a transforming Sin Shenron into Omega Shenron, where like he absorbs the Dragon Balls and like powers up and transforms. That would be a really cool animation to see for an anniversary unit. I'm just.
Well, I mean, considering the fact that it would probably the counterpoint to that would be the Gogeta forming from Super Saiyan 4, Goku, and Vegeta. So yeah, that seems like the perfect setup for both units. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually. This might sound crazy. Instead of Omega, I'm actually leaning towards the Fusion Reborn Gogeta and the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta being the dual fests, because we just got the Year 3 Vegito event updated, right, with this Vegito that just came out right now. So Gogeta's event we know has to get updated. So they're going to have to at some point release the Otherworld version of Goku and Vegeta who fuse into Gogeta as the newer version of that. So I think that's actually a pretty good time to release that. So I could see it being like a Gogeta-centered anniversary where it is technically GT themed, but instead of releasing Omega with Gogeta Super Saiyan 4, they release Fusion Reborn Gogeta.
Can you just imagine the moaning and groaning that would happen if that got announced? Obviously, when it happens, people would still summon, but good God, just a completely Gogeta dominant celebration like that, dude, that does not sound good right now to me. No.
Yeah.
But you are right though. I would rather.
I personally, I want more villain representation for the larger celebration. I think I've always been a guy who likes the villain side more, but I don't know. So basically, we have 3 Dokkan Fests and then 1 Dual Fest for the anniversary. And the reason why I even brought that up was we're finishing the Majin Buu Saga this celebration, right? This celebration was stated to be the conclusion to the Majin Buu Saga, which they've been building up to since the end of last year when they released Goku and Majin Vegeta. So they really haven't done this before. They've only really done the chronological order thing for the download celebrations. We saw it with Gohan and Cell in the Cell Saga. Now we're seeing it with the Buu Saga. I'm wondering if they're going to try and like sort of tie in the schedule with the anniversary. If it is, assuming that it is, the end of Dragon Ball GT, we can move from the end of the Buu Saga, have the next 3 Dokkan Fests all be related to GT, and then we can do the dual Dokkan Fest be GT related, and then we can just move into the anniversary where they culminate GT with like I don't know, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Let's just say it's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega, and then we can have like the legendary summon unit. Maybe it's like the 100 years later Goku or something. I don't know. Like the last episode of GT where he like shows up at the World Tournament or whatever. That could be a cool unit. As like an LR. But I don't know. What do you? Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think about like the chronological order thing? Because again, we don't have that many Dokkan Fests. We only have 3, and then 1 Dual Fest.
Well, I was thinking as you were kind of road mapping the projected plan for the next celebration, which is probably just going to follow suit. I was just thinking about the various arcs in GT and like where they could make stops for these various Dokkan Fests. And I was just thinking that Dragon Ball Seekers to this day doesn't have a Dokkan Fest, right?
Yeah.
It has an LR, and then it has a free to play, and then it has an EZA, which is also free to play. But there's no Dokkan Fest, so that would be probably a good starting point. But although that would be with the GT trio, so I was kind of thinking the Legic Rildo area that would allow for a possible EZA for one of the most ancient units ever. That might be one good stopping point. And then they could use the Android 17 portion for kind of revisiting that area of GT. And then the third one, maybe this could ultimately help with the Super Saiyan 4 category, but maybe integrating the Heroes banner in some form or fashion, having the Super Saiyan 4 category become a thing at that point. What do you think?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I didn't even consider that. Because I think
Led
Heroes
Super
this
Saiyan
year...
4 Broly or Bardock or something like that, yeah.
I think this year specifically, the Hero Celebration is going to be a lot bigger than we've seen before. Mm-hmm. And that's mainly because Heroes is celebrating its 10th anniversary, and that's a big number. It's a big milestone. So, I mean, they teased us sort of with Heroes LRs and Dokkan Fests in the survey last year. So one of these slots might actually end up being a Heroes unit and not even a GT unit. So we might only be looking at 2 Dokkan Fests and then the Duel Fest, and then we're into the anniversary in terms of like chronological order is concerned. But I think for sure, if they were gonna do the chronological order thing, I think at least one, if not the Duel Fest itself, would be something to do with Baby Vegeta. Because we haven't had like the really only good baby in the game is literally the LR, right?
Yeah. I don't really know much about that guy because I never got to really use him. So my level of expertise has only been limited to the int version, the stupid ape guy. But yeah, the LR one is he's an artificial life forms lead, right?
Yeah.
So other than him, that's pretty much it for baby. And then there's a couple like SRs, very forgettable. So giving some time and attention to that portion of GT would be pretty cool.
Yeah, because I was thinking like that would actually make a pretty good New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest, like a transforming Baby Vegeta, maybe like a Super Baby 1 transformation into Super Baby 2, and then a Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku who transforms into Golden Great Ape and then goes into Super Saiyan 4.
Yes, that I would very much like to see.
So he could be pretty much like the first, I guess, true Dokkan Fest giant category leader. But he wouldn't be a true giant unit because his final form would just be like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Mm-hmm. So they could go down that path. I think that would be a good path. And then in terms of like the other Dokkan Fest that could even come out of GT, like what would you even consider? I mean, I guess Super 17, where maybe it's like it starts out as Android 17 and Hellfighter 17, and then they fuse. That could be one.
Well, I mean, yeah, and we don't have. Is that considered a fusion? That would be considered a fusion, right? So. That would also be a pretty monumental first, because do we have extreme fusions?
Well, the problem is, because AGL Super 17, I don't think he's not on the fusion category, but he has Fuse Fighter, which makes 0 sense. He should be on the category.
But I'm just saying, in the fusion category in general, I'm just trying to think, is there actually any extreme fusion unit?
I don't think so.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Is there any extreme character who even fuses? I don't think so.
Oh well, there's Janembu. There's all the fusion. Okay, so that doesn't count. So no, the answer is no. So that would actually be a pretty cool first.
Yeah.
So that's having another Super 17. I know Mass Ninja would be happy about that. Super 17 would be a great one. Honestly, man, I want Legic. I don't know why, but I want Legic in here.
He would be a banner card. I don't think he'd be a Dokkan Fest.
No, he would definitely. He's one of the most forgettable. Like I just remembered him before we started recording, but I just remember that I wanted him. But yeah, that would just giving us like other units that haven't really had much attention at all in GT would be fun. So Legic would be good. The Para Brothers would be cool.
Also, we could finally get, if we do get the baby Dokkan Fest or Dual Dokkan Fest, we could finally get Metal Rildo's Dokkan Awakening.
Yes. I think that if anything, that would be the biggest news out of all of this. That useless summon that you hate to see every time you summon and you get shafted.
I remember during the when you're something funny, I remember during the 2-year anniversary, people wanted that. People wanted to get his Dokkan Awakening during the 2-year anniversary.
Well, 3-4 years later, you'll get what you asked for.
He doesn't have one. He's the same unit as he was 4 years ago.
Was he ever useful at any point in the game's lifespan?
When he came out, he was actually quite good because he was really good defensively. Yeah, he actually wasn't bad.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a good partner for Omega on the STR team, actually, because they both had shocking speed. They both had GT, so they were pretty good linking partners. And then I guess for these like legendary summon banners, because these legendary summon banners don't really correlate with the Dokkan Fest banner that they released with. Like God Goku released with Cooler. Like that doesn't make sense at all. But so let's say for instance this was like a Super 17 Dokkan, like a new Super 17. Maybe it's like a Android 17 that fuses with a Hellfighter 17. Like they don't have to then go and release like another Super Saiyan 4 Goku LR. They could release I don't know, like a metal cooler LR or something. Like it doesn't have to be related to that. And then I guess we have like 1 or 2 more slots to fill. See, for GT, it's actually quite hard because GT is weird, right? There's like a handful of really hype moments in GT, and then the rest of it is just like, who cares, right?
Yeah. Exactly my point. Logic, who cares? Really,
yeah, I mean,
right?
like, honestly, like the majority of the Super 17 arc, like, who cares? Like, I don't know. I don't even know, like, what else could they even do from GT? I mean, a lot of Shadow Dragon stuff they could do, but I feel like they would save the Shadow Dragons for, like, the anniversary, because that would be what it would be centered around, right?
Yeah, but that was going to be my next point. It was just going to be bringing more Shadow Dragons into the fold, because most of them are disrespected with our units or the free-to-play Ice Shenron, the SSR one from the event. Bringing more Shadow Dragons, just adding more to the Shadow Dragon Saga category, because we're not even asking for a new category here. We're just trying to ask for more units to run a decent Shadow Dragon Saga team. So having more Shadow Dragon villains, I feel like would just honestly be the best move. They don't even have to worry about a new category or anything like that. Just fortify the extreme side of Shadow Dragons.
You know what they could do? They could do a Dokkan Fest Majin.
I would love that. Yes.
Because the LR is transforming, so he starts out as just Oob. So they could do a standalone Majin Dokkan Fest that has like an active skill ultimate attack or something. Right? That would be cool.
I would absolutely love that. I didn't even think about that. That's a great one, and that can also be part of the baby portion of this roadmap.
Yeah, and he can also he could be like a 200% Earthling lead or something. I don't know. Because that category needs it really bad.
Are you ready to go there, man? 200%? I don't know if we're ready.
Only
for
the Earthlings category, nothing else. Because the category is just like, that's one of the categories where I actually feel like the roster is good. Like in terms of it being like representative of what the category should be, but it's like the units in the category just like are whatever kind of.
I've always said that should be a world tournament thing, because like world tournament is always just free to play units. There's no possibility of units like TN creeping in there. So doing something like that for world tournament would be fine, but that's not really. I mean, unless they could do some precursor to the GT Grand Tour. They could do like a post Majin Buu Saga World Tournament thing, and then bring in some Oob unit for that, maybe. Yeah,
they could do that. I don't know, because like it's kind of weird for me. The most likely dual fest, if they were going to go down the GT route, would be the Baby versus Super Saiyan 4 Goku one. But then like you have to fill in the 3 Dokkan Fest before then. I don't know. I don't know if they would go chronological order. I think they might just throw in a bunch of GT units. Like Super 17's 1, the dual Dokkan Fest is Baby versus Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Maybe one of them is Majin, and then the last one would be I don't know, like Nova and Ice Shenron dual unit or something. I don't know.
Ew.
I don't know. Like I said, there's not much to go off of for GT.
Yeah, exactly. Which kind of brings up the whole thing about like, yeah, they could, if they want to really nitpick, they could pursue the tail end of the Majin Buu Saga and use that little world tournament thing as a potential little, temporary celebration. Or they could really lean into the whole Heroes thing, because 10 years is a pretty big deal, as you mentioned, and that could really be their ticket into the whole Super Saiyan 4 side. So then that could be one of the things that they use to kind of build up the hype to the eventuality of a GT 6 year. So it doesn't necessarily have to chronologically fit the arc of the show, but if they don't decide to do that, they still have a couple other things that they could do to nitpick and hold us over until then.
Yeah, that could be what they do, because think about how many more Super Saiyan 4 units we could get. We can get a transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku and a Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We can get a transforming base GT Vegeta into Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Then we could get a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku who go into Gogeta, and that right there. That's 3, right? So there's a lot more they could do with the Super Saiyan 4 stuff, because think about how many iterations of Vegeta we have. Like we have Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta. We have base Goku and Angel Vegeta. We're eventually going to get both of them in base form. Like there's so many different ways they can do it.
When I first saw that, I was thinking to myself, okay, so they've now gone in this direction. So this just not exponentially, but this significantly boosts their combination possibilities, right? You got Goku, then Vegeta Angel. then you probably have Goku, Angel, and Vegeta. Then you'll have Goku, Angel, Vegeta, dead guy, or like spirit ball thing. Like they could go in all sorts of directions. But the Super Saiyan 4 category, there's not limitless, but there's a decent amount of units that they could get out of that. And I'm now starting to really dig into that one. I want that to be a big focus before the 6th year.
Yeah, that could happen for sure.
Super Saiyan 4 Broly, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito.
Yep, Super
isn't
Saiyan
Gohan
4,
in
Super
Heroes
Saiyan,
too? Yeah,
Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken Gogeta.
Kaioken Gogeta. Wait, did they did? Oh, I must have missed that. Was that in the
That wasn't in
episodes?
that wasn't in the anime. It was in the card game.
Oh, I mean, look, that's fine. That's fine. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Kaioken. Yeah, do it.
I'm
Give it
also
to
pretty
us.
sure. I'm actually not 100% on this. There might be a full power Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta too.
Oh, with the new Limit Breaker stuff?
Well, that is teased, but it's not confirmed yet. I'm talking about like when Goku fought against Omega and he went like full power Super Saiyan 4. Like that version of Vegito, I think exists in Heroes.
Wait, are you talking about the one after, like when the Saiyans help out Goku and he's fighting Baby? Or are you talking? Oh,
well,
you
yeah,
said Omega.
Yeah, he also does it against Omega too.
Oh, he does? Wait,
Yeah,
is that right before he does the whole explosion thing?
That's the tech. That's when he does the Dragon Fist. That's the tech.
Oh,
Goku that we have.
yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that version of Super Saiyan 4 for Vegito is in Heroes. I might be wrong, but I think I remember that. So we could get that too.
Boom. Content.
Oh yeah, I also know for a fact that full power Super Saiyan 4 Broly is also in Heroes. So
Full power Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a whole other like sub hierarchy? There's like a grade 1, grade 2, grade 2.5. Like if they really, really hated themselves enough, they could go into that too if they felt like it.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I had. I don't know if you wanted to add anything. I mean, there's also these filler banners, like the type banners, like the slots where these come in. I don't know if they're gonna come up with like a new type of banner to release, but like no, like I know I'm done on the type. I don't need anything from these. So I'm just gonna be skipping those. I don't know. There's a lot of like I guess mini slots to fill here, but I think we covered the main things. So I would like to see a GT 6-year anniversary. You let us know down below what you guys want to see, and do you think they're gonna follow it like some sort of like theme leading up to the anniversary? Because they generally haven't done this. For the anniversary, like they started. What's funny is they started leading up to the next year's download celebration, like 10 months before, because they started it with the Majin Vegeta and the Goku, and that was before the anniversary even happened, and they already started like hinting towards what the download celebration was going to be. So I don't know. They might not do it, but I think it could be a cool thing because it just lines up so well. If they're going to go into GT, we're already so close. They might as well just do it. That's my thought process here.
I've been compartmentalizing my hopes and dreams for this game, but after this, I really want Super Saiyan 4 badly. So all I want now is just Super Saiyan 4. If I don't get a Super Saiyan 4 category before we get to the 6th year, I'm gonna be sad.
I think it'll happen at some point. I don't know if it's gonna happen within the next like 4 months, but it might. They might just be like, okay, whatever. We're just gonna release like 10 Super Saiyan 4 units.
I mean, look, they're already releasing all these categories. Why not give us one that actually makes sense? Like, take a break from the garbage, from the garbage category names. Just give us an easy one. You don't even have to think about it. Super Saiyan 4, boom, done.
Yeah, because if you think back to when they released the Super Saiyan 3 category, they intentionally made a lot of Heroes units that were Super Saiyan 3 because they knew that there weren't that many Super Saiyan 3s to actually add to the category.
Yeah, I mean, and Super Saiyan 3 still isn't a very big category. They've got what, like 20-something units?
Well, that's also why on Global, they released those 2 Vegetas way in advance because they knew that they needed them because Global wasn't getting the Heroes units back then. So they're like, okay, well, this category is kind of trash without extra units, so we're gonna have to throw Global these Super Saiyan 3 Vegetas in the meantime here.
So yeah, Super Saiyan 4 is on the horizon. Calling it now. Thank you, Grish.
Yeah, might be.
You've given me hope.
All right, anything you want to add before we head out here?
No, that's pretty much it. I'm hyped now. There's nothing else to look at currently, so, let's look ahead. Why not?
Yeah,
Super Saiyan 4.
Might as well.
GT, here we come, baby.
It's more fun than leveling links.
Wait, did you just say that?
I mean, when I level Lynx, I just watch other stuff on YouTube and stuff. Like, I don't focus on it. I just do it in the background.
How many stones per day would you say you burn doing this?
Per day? Well, you have to remember, I'm at 316 stamina.
Oh, I know. We talked about this. I still want to know.
7?
7 stones per day at 300 stamina a pop. That's
yeah.
Okay. See, I don't have what it takes to be a whale.
It's not even being a whale. It's just grinding mindlessly.
It hurts.
All right, guys. Let us know down below what you think about this, and hope you enjoyed. See you all in the next one.
Bye-bye.